Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Racing Experts Radio. My name is Demario Chambers, and I will be your host for today. And on this episode, we will have Rev Racing driver Dylan Smith. Dylan is currently a member of the Drive for Diversity program and is currently racing in the Legend Series for Rev Racing. So, can you give me some background on your racing?
Yeah, I started when I was 4 in Vermont. My dad bought me a go-kart, and we just kind of moved up through, as I got older, we just moved up through the divisions, and when I was about 14, we did a youth enduro, which is like 4-cylinder cars, like kind of like a demolition derby type thing, but those type of cars where, we raced competitively with us. That it wasn't really enough, so we did some Allison Legacy touring series racing, and then we went to late models, and now I'm running for Rev Racing at the Legend Shootout. I did the Legend Shootout this past summer in Charlotte, so this is my 16th season, so I've actually raced a bunch of different cars in a bunch of different places.
So you said your dad got you a race car when you were 4. Is that what made you fall in love with racing and made you push yourself to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, he worked on a race team when I was younger, and I was always at the shop, like just doing the little, like, pulling decals off and stuff like that when I was a kid. And the guy he worked for, he kind of turned into my hero for a little while, and I wanted to race too, so he got me the go-kart, and it's just been racing ever since, and it's been a crazy ride, but it's starting to get some good traction here.
So you're known for using the number 34. Can you give us some insight on why you chose that number?
Oh, absolutely. The 34 means a lot to me. It's symbolic. It's a symbolic number. It was Wendell Scott's number. He is obviously was the first and only so far to win in NASCAR's top touring series. The only African American to win. So for me to run that number is really big. I can't really put it into words because it means that much to me. And then I met his daughter Sybil Scott in Richmond this past year, and she gave me her blessing to use the number this summer in Charlotte. So that was just what that number means to them and their family, and then for them to pass that on to me and tell me personally that I could use it is great. I just couldn't. It's hard to put that type of thing into words, So it was pretty awesome.
So you've been with this Rev Racing group for about 2 years as a mechanic and this year as a driver. Do you think that has you primed to possibly get a spot into the K&N Pro Series this year?
Yeah, absolutely. My trip with Rev Racing is different than most of the kids that have come through the program. Most of the kids started out with the team driving already. I started out, cleaning those kids' cars, and now I'm working my way up through. So if I can make it up through to the K&N series, then that's a real good story for people to look at, and maybe they can get some drive and some passion about something they love to do, and they can look at what I've done and be like, well, he started at the bottom, so why can't I start at the bottom, and whatever career it is, and make it to the top. So it's a good thing, and I definitely think that if I keep progressing and they keep working with me, then I can make it to the K&N series in the next couple of years.
At the Charlotte Motor Speedway this summer, there was a 10-race shootout where you were able to muster out a 10th place finish. So can you give everyone a rundown on how exactly that was for you?
Yeah, the last 3 weeks were the best weeks for us. My crew chief Ryan Solomon and I, we worked really hard at finding the right setup, the right package for my driving style, and what we had to do to be fast. Not only just be fast for one lap, but be fast for the whole race. And the Legend Series it's a learning series. It's a development series for young kids. So they're learning how to race. I'm not saying by any means that I'm the best racer, but they don't use as much discretion or patience as sometimes needed. So it's an up and down battle with avoiding all the wrecks and then being able to race. We were able to compile a good amount of top tens. We never got a top 5 finish, but we were in the top 5 a lot, especially the last 3 weeks before the end of the race. So my goal this summer with that was to race well and to show up for every race and to be competitive and to be in the picture. And for the most part, we did that. So I was pretty satisfied with my summer with racing.
So if you met a young aspiring race car driver right now, what would be your words of encouragement to them?
Oh man, just never give up. You know, this sport has more downs than it has ups. But if it's something you really want to do, whether it be driving or being a mechanic or being in the front office of PR, this sport has so many avenues for young kids to get into and still be around racing. Just keep driving at it, and everything it'll all work out. You just gotta put the time and the effort. I remember when my first year trying out for the combine, we met Jimmie Johnson, who's obviously one of the greatest drivers to put the suit on in the history. So, and he said to us, he said the sport is really rewarding, but you got to put the time in. And if you put the time in, then the rewards will come back to you. So, and that's all I'm trying to do right now is take his words and apply them to my situation and put the time in, and it's starting to come back. So you just got to keep digging and keep staying after it.
All right, Dylan, I want to thank you for joining us. And if there's any sponsors out there that you want to thank, the mic is all yours.
Yeah, I just want to really quickly thank Max Siegel Incorporated for giving me the opportunity, along with Rev Racing, Langley Speedway, Toyota, ATC, Coach Phil. He has us working out all the time at the shop. So it's been a collaboration of a lot of people, a lot of moving parts on my deal, and I just want to thank all you guys for having me on, and please continue to support me, and at some point I'll be able to give back to y'all. So this is a group effort, and we're planning on doing it together.
All right, Dylan, thanks for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Anytime. You guys have a good day.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Dylan Smith of Rev Racing. Unfortunately, this is all the time we have, so we'd like to thank Racing Rules for the footage of the summer shootout this season. And I'd like to thank everybody from theracingexperts.com, but most importantly, we'd like to thank you for joining us here, and we'll see you soon.